Tonight, Glory makes history with its 50th event. From Glory 1 in Stockholm, Sweden, to Glory 50 tonight in Chicago. We visited more than a dozen countries, held 6 years of the best stand-up fighting in the world, and witnessed over 200 bone-shaking, teeth-rattling, jaw-juddering knockouts. With 7 weight divisions, Glory brings together the cream of international kickboxing talent. We've seen champions from around the world, from Thailand to Russia, North America to the Netherlands, France to Brazil. And at the heart of it all, pure stand-up fight action. And the people who love to watch it. To those about to do battle, we salute you. 2018 gets off to a flying start as Glory 50 Super Fight Series brings one of its most stacked cards for a showdown in Chi-Town. Chicago's UIC Pavilion opens its doors for some lethal lightweight action as Thai title holder Sitthichai puts the belt on the line to face angry Angolan Christian Bad News Baya. This has all the makings of a classic as the Lumpini legend Sitthichai takes on the #1 contender Baya, who has torn his way through the division in little over a year. Plus, welterweight wonder boy Daniel Morales continues his inspirational journey as he puts on a home turf defense against undefeated Omari Boyd. Casey Green brings what he calls his beautiful violence to the ring as he looks to get back on track against newcomer Omar Moreno. Heavyweights Hayes Wilson and Anthony McDonald face off. And Michigan Mauler J-Ho Justin Houghton crosses the lake for some featherweight action. It's Glory 50 Super Fight Series. We are live in the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois, airing around the world in over 180 countries, including on UFC Fight Pass. This is a milestone event, ladies and gentlemen, the 50th Glory show, and we've decided to bring it back to Illinois in the UIC Pavilion in downtown Chicago. I'm ringside alongside the former welterweight champion of the world, Joseph Valtellini. My name is Todd Grisham, and it's always great to be back here.
Yeah, and Chicago holds dear to me. I fought here at Glory 11 Chicago, and I've been able to commentate all of the shows here, and nothing more exciting than Glory 50.
Now, Glory has been around the world to some major cities, but we've never been anywhere as many times as we have been to Chicago. This is our 5th trip. Los Angeles will catch up next month. We go back there. Well, we were here for Glory 11, 27, 38, 44, and now the big night. It's Glory 50. Some things that have happened here, some titles have changed hands, some fantastic knockouts, and we crowned a new king back on October 12, 2013, Rico Verhoeven at Glory 11, but also that night, my colleague, Joseph Valtellini. Remember this fight?
Yeah, this is one of my favorite fights, and especially the way the Chicago crowd welcomed that TKO, and that actually launched me to be one of the top 4 in the world.
So that was Joseph Valtellini's Chicago moment. Later that night on the same card, Rico Verhoeven had not 1 but 2 big fights.
Yeah, this was the coming out of Rico Verhoeven. He was able to beat Gokhan Saki in a controversial knockdown, but nonetheless, a great win for Rico Verhoeven. Then he took on the giant in Daniel Guita, again showing his dominance, and this is when the Prince of Kickboxing turned to the King of Kickboxing.
And then perhaps the best knockout in Glory history came right here in Chicago. It was Glory 27, and watch that kick from Guto Innocent.
Yeah, there's no knockout better than that. That got the 2016 knockout of the year, and Guto's excited to be back trying to land that same kick again.
Big Romanian population here in Chicago, and they love seeing Catlin Morisanu.
Yeah, the Romanian community is really popular here in Chicago, and when Morisanu knocked Green out with that vicious lunging left hook, everybody went nuts.
And the last time we were here, it was Glory 44, and we crowned a new welterweight champion, Joe.
Yeah, it was a great fight, a lot of back and forth action. It was a really close decision. Both guys left it all on the line, but eventually it was Myrtle Grunhart who got the nod and the welterweight title of the world.
And Myrtle Grunhart will be in the main event of Glory 50 later here tonight. All right, also on this card, we've counted down the top 50 glory moments of all time on our social media platforms. Tonight, we'll unveil the top 5 throughout the program, so make sure and stay tuned for that. We also have some live fights, believe it or not, a pretty darn good fight card as we take a look at it right now. And right out of the gate, we're going to see Diego Lamas. A lot of hype surrounding this Mexican fighter. It's his glory debut tonight. And of course, in our main event, the lightweight championship of the world is on the line. It's Sidachai and Christian Baya.
Once I saw this card, this is the fight I was most excited for, and it's because Sidachai is just such a dominant champion, making his 3rd title defense, and what makes him so dangerous is that vicious left kick that you're going to see him throw over and over again. Eventually, he was able to get on the inside and finish Dylan Salvador.
That, of course, is Christian Baya. Was seeing highlights of his last fight against Samo Peche, and he came out swinging. A lot of people thought he might
rank so quickly, and he's just so dangerous because he has so much power in his hands, and watch out for that left hook that he has. It's just dangerous, and every time he lands it, he puts people out. And the way he did it, it was just such intelligent fighting. He was able to mix up levels with that left hook, work the body, and eventually that power in his hands was just too much for Petier.
So Christian Baya with the biggest fight of his life tonight for the lightweight championship of the world, and he spoke to our own Whitney Miller backstage just moments ago.
Chris, you hail from Mike's Gym, and they have a long list of champions. What exactly do you have to do tonight to put your name on that list?
I think I'll just have to keep putting my pressure on him and don't let him play his game, and it'll be all right.
You told me earlier this week that the problem for Sidachai is that he's never faced anybody like you. What makes you so different?
I just feel different. You know, I think it's my time, and that's what I'm going to show tonight.
How do you see this fight ending tonight?
Well, you know, I always go for the knockout, so I won't change that.
Good luck.
Thank you.
The Glory Super Fight Series starts right now.
The Glory Super Fight Series is back in Chicago, birthplace of Disney, home to baseball's Wrigley, where the Bears and the Bulls run wild. But tonight, the sports spotlight shines on the world's premier kickboxing organization and features the return of Thailand's Killer Kid as he defends the lightweight belt. All of our bouts tonight sanctioned by the Illinois State Athletic Commission. Their acting director, Nancy Ilg, and their executive manager, Joe Campuzano, are with us ringside. UIC Pavilion, Chicago, Illinois. Are you ready for glory? We get started in the lightweight division. He last appeared in New York's Madison Square Garden at Glory 48. Make him feel welcome, Justin Houghton.
Take this fight. He really wants a full camp to really showcase his stuff, but again, he came in a little bit of last notice, but he's ready and he's always prepared.
Only 2 weeks notice for Justin Jeho, 9-5 overall with 3 knockouts. And he is a country boy through and through. Kind of a no-frills approach. You know what you're going to get every time you fight. Justin Houghton.
This IKF Mexican National Muay Thai champion will be making his glory debut tonight. Here is Diego Lamas.
Diego Lamas, the terror from Mexico, now fighting out of California. Joe, a lot of hype surrounding this guy as he makes his glory debut. What's so great about it?
Well, he came from a boxing background in Mexico, so he's got very good boxing. Then he transitioned to Muay Thai at CSA Gym, which houses the best Muay Thai fighters in America. So he has a good team around him, and he's ready to make his kickboxing debut.
Here's our tail of the tape for this, our opening bout on the Glory Super Fight Series card. Diego Lamas, 29 years old. He has a 72-inch reach, which is 2 inches longer than Justin Houghton.
When it comes to professional experience, very close, Houghton with a one-fight advantage, and obviously having more Glory experience than Lamas, but a very impressive 80% KO ratio for Diego.
Here are the Glory rules. Only 3 rounds, 3 minutes each. Punches, kicks, and knees are the legal strikes. No elbows, throws, or sweeps. 3 knockdowns in a round, or 4 in the fight, and it's a TKO.
Tonight in Chicago, 5 judges will be scoring the bout using the 10-point must system. Scoring is based on knockdowns, damage, clean scoring strikes with an emphasis on spectacular techniques. Finally, if there's no clear advantage, judges are looking for aggression.
Tonight we have open scoring. 5 judges will score the fight on the 10-point must system, and the scores, the official scores from the judge, will be shown on the screen so you at home will know exactly where we stand.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this lightweight matchup scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner, a former Golden Gloves boxer trained in Muay Thai. His professional record, 9 wins with 5 losses. 3 of those 9 wins have come by way of knockout. At 5 feet 10 inches tall, 1.78 meters, he weighed in at fight time at an even 151 pounds, 68.5 kilos. Fighting tonight out of Eaton Rapids, Michigan, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Justin J-Ho Houghton. Here now is his opponent, standing on the left and fighting out of the white corner, a WBC national champion. His record stands at 10 wins versus 3 losses. 8 of those 10 wins have come by knockout. At 5 feet 9 inches tall, 1.75 meters, he weighed in at 150 pounds and even 68 kilos. He's here in Chicago tonight from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. Ladies and gentlemen, Diego El Terror Lamas. And the referee in charge of this bout is Dave Smith.
Step up, fighter. All right, gentlemen, you both know the rules. Good, clean fight, start to finish. Touch them up, step back, and let you both.
Diego Lamas, the terror, wearing the white gloves.
Ready?
Justin Houghton, J-Ho, wearing the black.
Let's go.
3 rounds, 3 minutes each. Our first fight of the night here on Glory Super Fight Series Chicago. Part of an epic night. It is Glory 50, a milestone event. We thank you for tuning in wherever you are watching around the world.
And right away you can see a size difference. J-Ho is the bigger fighter, cutting down, and this is Diego Lamas moving up in weight, usually fighting around 143 pounds. This fight at 151 pounds.
Diego Lamas growing up in Mexico. Nice jumping punch there from J-Ho. Lamas grew up in Mexico, Guadalajara, training to be a boxer, but said there's so many boxers down there it's hard to get any traction. Tried Muay Thai, liked it, loved kickboxing, moved to America, got really good at it, and here he is in Glory, making his debut tonight.
He also has some good high-profile Muay Thai fights with Lion Fight, so a lot of experience in the Muay Thai ranks. But J-Ho has a little bit different style than a Muay Thai fighter would have. He's a little bit more unorthodox. You see him with those flying knees, and he just brings a different type of pace.
Good low kick there from J-Ho. Justin Houghton, as we mentioned, only a 2-week training camp for this fight. Lamas had 10 weeks to get ready.
I like how Lamas...
That right hand stuns J-Ho. Back against the ropes, his hands are up, but he may be almost down on his feet, eating another punch.
And he's not over-committing on the punches. He's just accumulating a lot of touches.
Okay. 1, 2,
And our referee giving an 8 count. There are no standing 8 counts in Glory, so I assume the referee felt the ropes kept J-Ho up. And no, he's waved it off.
Yeah, he wasn't there completely. It looked like he was dazed when the referee split them up.
J-Ho seemed to try and talk his way out of that thing, but couldn't do it. He is certainly dazed and confused.
Well, impressive debut for Lamas. He really showcased his high-level boxing, was able to land his power and stay very calm, and that's what really impressed me here with Diego. This whole time he stayed relaxed, and there he just beautifully moved his head off, landed that right hand. Good precision, good timing, and that's definitely some good boxing. And you see here, most fighters get overly aggressive, but you see him staying really relaxed, picking his shots. He understands this is the first round, and sometimes those accumulation punches do as much damage as that single shot.
Lamas grew up training as a boxer, as I mentioned, and what deadly hands he showed here tonight. And J-Ho still kind of stumbling around the ring. Nice stoppage by our referee. I think Justin felt he was hit by an elbow. Clearly he wasn't, but that shows you what his mental condition was.
Yeah, he wasn't there, and you can see when the referee splits them up, Justin Houghton doesn't really know what's happening. He kind of turns away, starts talking, and you can see his feet aren't under him.
Either way, what a debut. What a debut for Diego Lamas. And Kieran Fitzgibbons, his coach out of California, just came over and said he's a bad, bad man. And I think Kieran is right.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to see a lot of potential from Diego Lamas. So let's see who he gets matched up next. It's nice to hopefully build him and see how much potential we can get from him.
We'll make it official when we return to Chicago. What a debut for Diego Lamas. And now for more information on what makes Glory tick, here's our Glory rules.
Glory Kickboxing is the most action-packed fight sport on the planet. Legal strikes are punches, kicks, and knees. Regular bouts are 3 rounds. Championship bouts are 5, and each round is 3 minutes of action. Outfight your opponent for 10-9. Knock them down for 10-8. In a normal bout or tournament final, 3 knockdowns in 1 round or 4 in the entire bout, and the fight is over by TKO. In a tournament semi, 2 knockdowns in 1 round or 3 in the entire bout, and it's all over. Or you can just knock your opponent out. Sweeps, elbows, and grappling are not allowed. Clinching is okay if you follow up with a knee. Glory rules are designed to bring non-stop, fast-paced stand-up action. To find out more, go to glorykickboxing.com.
Welcome back to Chicago. Glory Super Fight Series, the Glory debut of Diego Lamas couldn't have gone much better, Joe.
No, he just came out really relaxed, and that's what I really liked. Very strategic, picked his shots, and was just able to get that finish, overwhelming Justin Houghton with his boxing and his hands. Very impressive, and a lot of power. He has 11 wins with only 2 losses, and this is actually his 9th win by KO. So a lot of good power from such a small fella.
Diego Lamas putting the 150-pound weight class on notice, or actually 154 pounds. Tonight was a catch weight fight at 151 pounds. So if you're not confused, then you don't know what's going on right now, but I can tell you he does fight at 154 pounds. Let's send it into the ring now, and Tim Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout comes to an end with an official time of 1 minute and 40 seconds in that very first round, and is ruled a technical knockout when our referee Dave Smith steps in to wave this one off. For your winner, Diego Lamas!
Diego Lamas. It didn't take him long to make an impact, Joe. What would you like to see from him next time out?
Well, we didn't really get to see a full 3 rounds, which sometimes we like to see that in new fighters, but just that calm collectedness was really intelligent. And the way he moved his head off of the line of the jab, came over with that hand. And You can tell intelligent fighting by the way you follow up those power shots, and just smart guy, and it seems like he has a lot more experience than 13 professional fights.
That's Diego Lamas with his wife, who also practices Muay Thai, a former world champion, but she says now she just lets Diego handle all the fighting for the family. Coming up later, World Muay Thai champion Omar Moreno hopes to improve to 2-0 in kickboxing as he faces off against Glory veteran AC Green, who makes the walk for the 9th time for the world's leading kickboxing promotion. But first, Chicago's own Daniel Morales promises the best performance of his career tonight, but standing in his way, the man known as the Body Snatcher, Omar Boyd, who has never been beaten in Glory. That fight when we return. Saturday, March 3rd, we slam into Rotterdam for Glory 51 Super Fight Series. It's a stone-cold crowd pleaser as top welterweights Cedric Doumbé and Aline Nabiev battle for a shot against champion Myrtle Grunhart. The lightweights go all in as Tijani Beztati faces Josh Johnsey. And furious featherweight action with Massaro Glunder facing Leo Pinto. Glory 51 Super Fight Series. Check date and time in your area. Don't miss it. This is the 50th event in Glory history. Thought we'd give you some news, some nuggets, some factoids to pique your interest. The most Glory appearances all time, Ruben van Roosmalen, 18, only one ahead of Rico Verhoeven. The top American, Dustin Jacoby, with 15 Glory appearances.
Our next bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in Glory's welterweight division. This amateur North American champion won his debut in Glory 18 by technical knockout over Ian Alexander. Here comes Omari Boyd.
I'm talking to devil now. It's the return of the fight snatch. Caught in the spot like a woman's man. In a fight, I aim with your abs out. It's the return of the fight snatch. Caught in the spot like a woman's man.
Omari Boyd, known as the Body Snatcher. He says he got that nickname because most of his knockouts come from body shots. And Joe, this guy has fought twice for Glory, but not since May 8th, 2015. But he's back now, and he promises not to leave anytime soon.
Yeah, even after his Glory 21 bout, he stayed active, fought a lot internationally, fought in different world international competitions. So he stayed busy, he stayed active, and he just has a lot of confidence. Even back at Glory 18, when he was fighting, he was already calling me out because I was the champion at the time. He even called me. So I know he wants to fight the best in the division.
He is 72-4 combined as a pro and amateur, and he fought in November over in Slovakia. He won that fight by knockout and vows to get another one here tonight against Chicago's own Daniel Morales. And he's certainly soaking up his time in the spotlight. He's been gone for nearly 3 years, Joe.
And you can see his necklace in every different city or country he fights in. He gets a coin and he puts it on his necklace. So he's continuing to build that necklace as his career goes on.
Some countries it's illegal,
I think so,
to do that to money. Hopefully they're not watching in Slovakia right now, at least the government.
His first professional win came in front of hometown fans here in Chicago over Pavel Jędrzejczyk. Back in Glory 38, here is Daniel Morales.
Mexican heritage. Grew up right here in Chicago, Illinois. Has a good crowd here behind him. Several fans and friends, family. And he's looking for his second win in Glory. And when he found out he was facing off against Omari Boyd, he said, it's just another guy. I don't care who they put me in with. I'll do my best. I'll get my damage done. And tonight, you'll see the best performance of my career.
Yeah, Daniel Morales is a fighter that's still evolving, still getting better. And he really didn't have any professional experience before coming to Glory. So he's learning at the highest level. And every time we see him, he keeps improving. Came from a boxing and MMA background. And is really transitioning into a solid kickboxer.
Here's our tail of the tape for this fight. Coming in the welterweight division, 170 pounds. Daniel Morales, 27 years old. Omari Boyd is 33. And it's Boyd who has a 2-inch reach advantage.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner. He is an IKF World Muay Thai champion, undefeated in 2 prior Glory appearances. His professional record, 10 wins with just 1 loss. He stands 6 feet even, 1.83 meters, and he weighed in at 169 pounds, 76.7 kilos. Fighting out of Nashville by way of Memphis, Tennessee, it's Omari, the Body Snatcher, Boyd. His opponent fights from the white corner, trained in boxing and Muay Thai, and making his 6th Glory appearance. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, 1.81 meters, and weighed in at fight time at an even 168 pounds, 76.2 kilos. Fighting out of Mexico by way of Chicago, Illinois. Here is Daniel La Máquina Morales. And the third man inside the Glory ropes, your referee is Chris Wagner.
Omar, Daniel, come here. All right, Joe, we went over the instructions in the dressing room. I want a nice, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. In case of a knockdown, go to neutral corner. I tell you to go to, man. That's how they call you out. Any questions here? Any questions here? Fight fair, fight hard. Back it up.
How about that for a stare down? Daniel Morales is ready to go. He squares off against Omari Boyd, who's wearing the black gloves. This thing could get nasty in a hurry. Fight! Morales already saying, come on, let's go. They meet right in the middle of the ring, and it's Morales who throws the first punch.
Yeah, and we saw Morales in his last fight. He really decided to stand his ground and combo back and keep it a tight fight. And I think that's what he's going to want to do today.
Stop! Break! Sit back, clean.
Daniel Morales, a former vegan, at his last fight decided to eat meat. His trainer at the time said, listen, you need a little bit more power, and I think you need some protein. So now he's eating everything that they put on his plate, he said.
Morales trying to stay close in the pocket, but Omari Boyd looking impressive, especially on the outside. I think that's where his advantage is going to be. Staying long, using his jab and his round kicks on the outside.
Right hand there from Daniel Morales. Body kick from Boyd. Boyd, an alumnus of Tennessee State University, got his start in kickboxing after just wandering into a class one day.
Stop!
Had his first amateur bout back in 2009, and here, 9 years later, he's back in Glory, looking to go to 3-0.
Nice kick from Boyd on the outside. Another low kick.
Throw that arm.
Morales in his last fight fought Richard Abraham, another Chicago native, and in that fight, Morales certainly had his moments, Joe, but he was just outworked from the opening bell. Vows not to let that happen tonight.
Yeah, he can't wait. He's got to just keep pushing forward. Swept the inside leg, not a knockdown. But he needs to work. He needs to put combinations together. He needs to keep scoring points.
Stop, break. Fight!
Does Morales tend to fight better on the inside?
Well, he does have a good boxing background. And he's good when he mixes in his angles as well. But today he's decided to use that high shield, inside pocket fighting. But I feel on the inside he could have the advantage.
You said that Morales is a good boxer. He's also good at MMA. In fact, the former Combate Americas welterweight champion.
Yeah, that's where we first met. And he came to Chicago at Glory 11, and he watched with his father, and he told his dad, "I'll be in Glory one day." And here he is.
Known as the Machine, Daniel Morales.
Watch your head coming in.
His colorful trunks, always designs a shirt before each fight. There's a lot of pride in that. A lot of pride in his Mexican heritage, which is on display right now. Running knee there from Omari Boyd. We've watched a lot of tape on this guy, Joe, and he can come at you from all different angles.
Yeah, that's what makes him very dangerous. He has those long legs. And I really like when he mixes those kicks.
10 seconds.
There you go.
Decide to open up a little bit towards the end of round one. And that just grazed the head of Morales. Here's a little bit more on Daniel Morales, who describes his fighting style as elusive movement and constant evolution. He's a very deep thinker, always reading books, always trying to find his zen, so to speak. He's still just 27 years old. Big upside for this guy, and as you mentioned, Joe, not a lot of amateur experience. He's been thrown right into the fire, and he's always competitive.
A little bit about Omari Boyd. He's from Team Sitla Muay Thai. In 2017, became the first American kickboxer to receive a gold medal at the World Games in Poland. And he's really enjoying that international fighting style. So I'm sure he wants to be able to travel with glory in the many cities we go to.
Next up for Glory, we will be in Rotterdam, March 3rd, the main event there. Badr Hari and Hesti Gergis cannot wait to go back to the Netherlands. But right now, round two, it's Morales and Boyd.
Omari's coming out aggressively. There's Morales countering with his left hooks. Needs to be a little bit more active, in my opinion, in this round.
Fight!
Pretty clear that Morales prefers using his hands more, Boyd his knees and kicks. And all 5 judges gave round one to Omari Boyd. Those are the real scores you're seeing on your screen. Another good low kick from Boyd. And Joe, when a fighter's about to throw a combination, would you rather prefer he start with a low kick or end with a low kick?
Well, I think you have to mix them up, and that's the key. A lot of fighters like to throw punch-to-kick combinations, but you got to really mix it up. Throw your kicks, follow your hands. That's intelligent fighting. Be unpredictable.
Step back clean. Fight!
Still waiting to see Morales land a big, clean shot to Boyd, who's so hard to hit. Look at the total kicks. 24-5, 12-5 landed.
Now that Morales has him against the rope and in the corners, that's when he has to unload. I like that he's mixing the body. Helps bring that head down.
Boyd just missed with a left hook.
Morales creating space. Getting knees up the middle.
Fight!
Boyd very comfortable in the clinch, obviously, with his Muay Thai background.
Morales checked that low kick.
Stop! Break.
A minute to go here in round two. This hometown crowd waiting to get behind Morales. They want to see something big from him.
That's his good combination work when he went body, head with his punches.
Nice right hand from Boyd, backed Morales up.
With Morales checking those low kicks, it's going to make Boyd think twice about throwing them. Nice body work and head movement. There we go, Morales opening up. But Boyd counter-punching, keeping Morales honest.
Doesn't seem like it'd be too wise for Boyd just to basically turn this into a boxing match with Morales, but he's held his own when it comes to the exchanges. Good body work there for Morales.
If Morales slips up an uppercut in those round punches, he could find a nice clean shot up the middle.
A better round two here for Morales, but did he do enough to win it?
10 seconds.
At least he's scoring points, and that's going to make it more favorable for the judges. He's not waiting as long, so definitely a better round for Morales.
take a look at some action here from round 2. And we'll start with Morales getting Boyd in the corner.
Yeah, he's pressuring, and this is what a good job because he's shutting in that, closing in the distance from that long reach. Showcasing some good head movement from his boxing background. And a lot of good body-head combination work. There's La Máquina slipping. Not much damage in those punches from Boyd, which is showing good defense from Morales. Being able to use his high guard shield mixed with his head movement.
On the left of your screen, Eric Haycraft, who works with Daniel Morales out of his gym in Louisville, Kentucky. Felt like Morales really grew under his tutelage. Let's see what he can do here in the third and final round. Momentarily, we will show you what the judges scored round 2. Or how the judges scored round 2, excuse me. Good low kick there from Boyd, a flying knee. Spinning attack.
Trying to capitalize on that spectacular offense.
Fight!
Four of the 5 judges give round 2 to Omari Boyd, which basically means Morales needs a knockdown here in round 3 at a minimum.
Morales gets a knockdown, then we're in extra round territory, but there's that uppercut I was asking for from Morales in round 2. I'm sure Eric Haycraft told him to mix it up.
Spinning back fist there for Morales.
I like Omari's knees. I want to keep him active, especially when he lunges in with them. It's a good shot against a fighter using the high guard.
I will say this, when Boyd throws his punches, sometimes he overreaches and is exposed for a counter shot if Morales can time it just right.
He just needs to counter a little bit quicker in order to get that shot. He's waiting a little too long.
Boyd's starting to show some signs of fatigue.
Does Morales have the power to do some damage in there?
No! Slip! Up! Gloves! Up! Give me gloves. Give me gloves.
A bit of a cluster at the moment, but we still got a minute 15 seconds left for Morales to find something to get a knockdown here. That left hand landed for Boyd.
That's the back of the head.
Big wide punches for Boyd here. A boxer like Morales should be able to take advantage of that.
Yeah, he's going to try to throw punches straight down the center with a nice jab or a straight right. But third round, fatigue's kicking in.
Fight!
Not much power behind the punches from both guys.
Boyd is giving Morales openings, that's for sure, but can he capitalize?
There's the counter left hook.
Oh, and a right hand snaps the head of Morales back.
Yeah, Boyd's straight punches have done really well.
No. No sweeps. Let's go. Fight!
Morales has to be careful not to sweep the leg. He can kick it out, but he can't sweep the leg out.
There's the left hand. The opening was there and it connected for Morales.
But Boyd comes right back countering with his punches. Body work from Morales. Back upstairs.
Great round 3, and what a way to end it for Daniel Morales, but it appears that it won't quite be enough as both men raise their fist to the sky, proclaiming victory. That's one of those fights you'd love to see another round or two, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it just started picking up. The power was lost, but both guys brought a good pace. And this is the exchange at the end where they both knew what's on the line. Morales really trying to work that body head combination. But there wasn't enough power to slow down Boyd. And then he started coming back with some of his own punches.
We've been teasing it the whole fight. Morales had the opening. Had the opportunity. He landed one shot. It was a left hook, I believe, but it just wasn't to be. The official decision when we return. Morales or Boyd, who will it be? It's next.
Fighter Heart and the Bad Boy. Unfinished business. It's time to settle the score.
We welcome you back to Chicago, Illinois. Morales versus Boyd in the books. Very entertaining scrap, especially the last few moments of round 3.
Yeah, there was a lot of back and forth action between both guys. Omari Boyd seemed to be getting the better of Morales in the beginning. Round 2, Morales started picking up a little bit. One judge actually gave him this round, but he started really mixing in the body. But Omari Boyd seemed to do more damage every time he threw his punches. He always had an answer. It looked like he was first. And then in round 3, a lot of back and forth action, especially in that last little bit of the fight. Morales trying to work the body, mixing uppercuts and hooks. Just didn't have enough power in that 3rd round to do a lot of work. And a lot of good action from Omari Boyd.
Here are our final strike count statistics. Look at the punches landed for Daniel Morales, 81. But when you look towards the bottom there, kicks and knees, it was all for Omari Boyd.
Yeah, it was Morales with those body shots. Gave him a lot of points by scoring. They didn't do a lot of damage. They kept touching the body, but they were scoring on the fight metrics, strikes by round.
The official decision now, courtesy of Tim Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of kickboxing, we go to the judges' scorecard. Here are the totals from our 5 ringside judges. They score this bout 29-28 Boyd, 29-28 Morales. And our 3 remaining judges have it 29-28, 29-28, and 30-27 for your winner by split decision, Omari Boyd.
Omari Boyd is back in glory, Joe. He is now 3-0. What did you make of his performance here tonight?
Well, he started off strong. He's got good conditioning. I still think he has a little bit more improvement in cleaning up his strikes, improving his power, but definitely good potential. And again, I'm sure we'll see more from him as he gets bigger and better fights. He's going to grow along those fights. So good performance by Omari Boyd.
So Omari Boyd, who vowed to be in glory now for the long haul. He left 3 years ago, traveled the world to improve his craft. Now he's back, says he's better than ever, and he's got another win in the win column. So what now for Daniel Morales, Joe? He struggled in the win-loss column, but like tonight, always competitive.
Well, he needs to keep finding a good home, and I think he's found it with Eric Haycraft. Not sure if he had a full camp in Kentucky, but I know he's been training, so he needs to keep getting experience. I know he's been to Holland in the past. He just needs to keep finding the right team and surround himself with the right people, but he's got the heart, he's got the physique, and he's got the fighter mentality, so I'm sure he's going to continue to improve right after this fight.
Coming up next, it's Muay Thai specialist Omar Moreno, who looks to remain unbeaten in glory in front of his friends and family here in Chicago as he squares off against veteran Casey Green, who's seeking his 5th win inside a glory ring. That welterweight bout when we return to the UIC Pavilion. Saturday, March 3rd, we slam into Rotterdam for Glory 51 Super Fight Series. It's a stone-cold crowd pleaser as top welterweights Cedric Doumbé and Alim Nabiev battle for a shot against champion Myrtle Grunhart. The lightweights go all in as Tijani Beztati faces Josh Johnson. And furious featherweight action with Massaro Glunder facing Leo Pinto. Glory 51 Super Fight Series. Check date and time in your area. Don't miss it. We're back here on the Glory Super Fight Series. Throughout the night, since this is such a marquee event, we've been enjoying some records that have been set here in Glory along the way, and the most Glory wins all time belong to Rico Verhoeven. He's got 16, and the rest of the top 4 are all from the Netherlands as well.
Yeah, they definitely have been dominating the wins at all time. Great names, but it's nice to see some North Americans coming up into the most wins, and I'm sure we'll see more as the sport grows in North America.
If you've been following Glory's social media the past few weeks, then you know we've been counting down the top 50 Glory moments of all time. And tonight we're unveiling the top 5. And here we go. This is the 5th biggest, best moment in Glory history.
Now it's time to reveal Glory's top 5. His way through the fight. No one, including Dennis, was prepared for what happened next.
Oh! Kick from Innocent, and that is all!
Bam! With one spinning heel kick to the head, Innocent scored Knockout of the Year 2016 and on his Glory debut.
And you can see Guto Innocent at Glory 50 in the heavyweight tournament. Now I'm being told
ladies
the
and
special
gentlemen,
announcement.
if we have your attention for just a minute here in the center ring, Omari Board is still with us. First of all, congratulations on the win.
Thank you, man. I worked hard. I'd just like to thank all my coaches, Dave Ferguson, Kevin Walker, Brian Hall, Brian Tellerick, all my people in Memphis and Nashville that helped put this together. But most of all, I want to thank my woman, Quincy. Man, she's been there. I got 3 kids. She takes care of them while I travel the country, the world with fights, and I just want to thank her. I just want to bring her into the ring, and man.
Uh-oh. Can we get her in here for a second? Here. Let me be the ring bearer. Wow, look at that thing. Fight business must be good.
I just want to ask her to marry me.
Put you on the spot here.
Yes, of course.
Take a look at that rock.
A standing ovation from all the women here and some of the guys yelling, "Don't do it." A typical Chicago crowd. But what a moment for Omari Boyd and his soon-to-be wife. Great stuff.
Yeah, good moment for him, good win, and his life goes on in better ways. Good job, Omari Boyd.
And Tim Hughes with the line of the night after seeing how big the ring was says, "The fight business must be good for you."
He had to cash in all those coins on his necklace.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will stay with Glory's welterweight division and about scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. The Southern California talent last fought in Denver at Glory 34. Please make him feel welcome, Casey Green.
Casey Green, this is his 9th walk to the ring for Glory. 4-4 overall, but Casey Green, at least for this camp, says it's the best one he's ever had.
Yeah, he came off of a bad knockout loss to Tong Chai at Glory 34. And in that time, he needed a little break, so it was refreshing for him. He did have foot surgery, so I'm sure he's going to have to use more of a boxing-oriented approach, but very talented. He's got a lot of potential, so let's see if that comeback from that knockout could do some good things for him.
Moreno, just 22 years old, and said he never imagined being a Glory fighter so soon in his career. Said he's pleasantly surprised, but admitted, Joe, tonight he's very, very nervous. He's fighting in his hometown of Chicago, and it's just his second fight for Glory.
Yeah, he had his first fight at Glory 49 Redemption. I was very impressed with him. He stayed very technical and had a great performance, and I thought it was a good technical performance, but in his post-fight, he still wasn't happy, and he just really wants to showcase good, high-quality technical striking.
Grew up in Schrader, Illinois, a small town just outside Chicago. His whole mother's side of the family lives here. They're all Mexican immigrants. His father's a Spanish citizen from Barcelona. So he is very well-traveled and well-versed, including in Muay Thai. He's been to Thailand and has beaten some big, big names over there. Just 22 years old, as I mentioned, 6 foot 2.5 inches tall, and he will have a 2.5-inch reach advantage over Casey Green.
Moreno also has the edge in professional experience with 34 fights. Again, traveling to Thailand and in Holland. And those 12 fights from Casey Green, like Todd mentioned, a lot of them with Glory and high-level kickboxing experience.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in Glory's welterweight division. Introducing first, standing on my right and fighting out of the black corner. He made his Glory debut at Glory 21 in San Diego. His professional record, 5 wins with 7 losses. 2 of those 5 wins have come by way of knockout. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, 1.85 meters, and weighed in at fight time at 169.5 pounds, 76.9 kilos. Fighting tonight out of Los Angeles, California, here is Casey Go Green. His opponent fighting out of the white corner, a Muay Thai specialist who comes to Chicago on a 4-fight win streak. His record, 26 wins, 7 losses, 1 bout scored even, and 9 career knockouts. At 6 feet 2.5 inches, 1.89 meters, he weighed in at fight time at an even 170 pounds, 77.1 kilos. Fighting out of Streator, Illinois, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Omar Marciano Moreno. And the referee in charge of this bout is Josh Stewart.
Right here, gentlemen, right here. Went over the rules in the back. You know, expect a good, clean, fair fight. Obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. You guys got any questions? Touch them up. Back to your corners.
Omar Moreno in the white gloves, Casey Green in the black. Big experience difference here, especially in kickboxing. Green's been doing this a long time. For Moreno, just his second fight with Glory.
I'm excited to see what kind of fight Casey Green's going to bring. Is he going to pressure with his boxing? Let's see where his kicking game is at.
Nice inside low kick to start things off for Casey Green.
trying to use his straight right. So Moreno's going to use his left kick. So that's where Casey Green's going to try to set up his right straight to try to shut that left kick down.
You may have noticed tonight that our fighters are, for the first time, are wearing Fairtex gloves. They are a new partner. And Joe, you put a pair on yesterday. I saw you messing around with them. What do you make of the Fairtex gloves, the official glove of Glory?
Yeah, they're very slick and very compact, and you can see how nice and small they look on the guy's hands. And that's just a nice feeling when you're fighting. So I think the guys are really going to like them.
We've already seen one knockout tonight. Heavy-handed Diego Lamas in our opener with a first-round stoppage over J-Ho, Justin Houghton.
Casey Green taking the approach of trying to switch stances.
Good knee.
Stop. Right. Fight.
That might have been on the back of the head. Good punches there from Green, though.
Casey Green trying to land his power punches. I think that's going to be his best strategy. He's going to have to box on the inside. Let his hands go.
Casey Green is also a switch hitter. You'll see him in southpaw stance as well as orthodox.
Omar threw a nice high kick. Could have stunned Casey there. It's probably going to slow him down slightly.
Good high kick from Moreno. He told us he's going to be very nervous tonight, but he looks very calm right now. Blood already coming out of the nose of Casey Green. And another high kick.
Nice body head combination from Casey.
Ooh, that knee just missed for Casey Green. Through 8 fights in Glory, Green does have 2 knockouts. Oh, and a quick-handed knockdown for Casey Green. And Moreno just doesn't really know what happened.
Yeah, he clipped him with a right hand.
7.
That's the power Casey Green has.
Good. Walk to me.
Moreno was getting a little too comfortable.
Fight.
And here goes Green. Can he close the show? 20 seconds to go here in round 1, but it's Moreno who walks right into Green. Almost as if to say, you didn't hurt me, you may have dropped me, but I'm okay.
I like that switch knee Moreno threw. Another right hand from Casey Green.
Moreno's just leaving his hands too far down, and Casey Green ran out of time, but a fantastic start to Green's night.
And that was a very interesting round. It was Omar Moreno just doing a good job at just staying calm, using his kicks, but then Casey Green just really stepped it up with trying to land his power shots.
Let's watch this knockdown here in round 1, Green to Moreno.
And Casey Green was being patient. You saw him throwing his right hand, but there was the perfect timing. It's got to be a big relief from Casey Green. Perfectly timed right hand. He was trying to set it up. And let's see how we set it up. Right off of the left kick. Or was Moreno trying to switch stances, and Casey Green wanted no part of that. Beautifully timed straight right.
It was calculated perfectly. You could see the concentration in Green's eyes. He was just waiting for Moreno to start to drop those hands to throw a punch, and he caught him with the right. Let's see how Moreno responds here in round 2. And one of the reasons Moreno was nervous tonight is that his grandparents are here from Mexico watching him fight for the very first time. So he does not want to disappoint them.
So we're going to see 2 possibilities for Moreno. Is he going to come out and get aggressive and try to get that knockdown back? Or is he going to be a little bit more hesitant to step in? Because he knows Casey Green is waiting with that right hand.
That was, excuse me, John, that was not deemed a knockdown. So you saw the scores from the judges, all giving a 10-8 round. That inside low kick dropped Moreno, but not ruled a knockdown. Not enough damage was done. So Moreno must win the next 2 rounds.
His best weapon seems to be the left kick to the head and his knees. I feel Moreno can do some good work with his knees if he mixes them in there, but Casey Green's beating him to it. And that pressure keeping him in the corner. Just trying to set up that right hand.
Seems like defensively, Moreno's got some work to do. Keep in mind, he's still only 22 years old.
And when you do have a lot of Muay Thai fights, you usually clinch on the inside. So a lot of Muay Thai fighters come into kickboxing and they're forced to stay head-to-head and use their boxing, and they're still not used to that. So that's a big transition for Muay Thai fighters, is that head-to-head boxing range.
Ooh. That high kick from Casey Green came dangerously close. A nice, well-rounded performance so far for Casey Green, who fights out of Los Angeles, California.
Casey Green just showed good footwork. He shifted off with his rear hand, switched stances. High-level footwork.
Green would love to just turn this into a boxing match. He clearly has the edge.
He's doing well, pairing hands, staying relaxed, waiting for that one moment to throw his hands or combo back.
Total punches so far, 65 thrown by Green, 35 for Moreno, a 19-13 landed advantage for Casey Green. Oh, and a high kick there, which landed, and Moreno tried to answer back with his own.
There's those knees, I think Moreno's best strategy.
Oh, and that right hand may have wobbled Green a little bit. Seemed like round two was going all Casey Green's way until that one moment. Not sure it's enough to win the round for Moreno, but we shall soon see, since we do have open scoring here tonight in Chicago. Joe, what would you like to see happen in round three for Omar Moreno?
Omar Moreno needs to get busier. He needs to start throwing more, and I think it's on the outside. He needs to throw his kick, and try to use his knees as Casey Green's trying to pressure him into the ropes. Seems like his knees and his high kicks are his two best weapons. Needs to stay away from the punching power of Casey Green.
To the third and final round. The first round, a 10-8 across the board for Casey Green. Let's see what the judges said for round two.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Get out, get out.
Having some issues finding the mouthpiece for Omar Moreno. He's got it in, and we get it on.
Corner must have told Moreno to keep throwing the left kick.
So Moreno pretty much needs a knockout here in round three. The judges, all five of them, score round two for Casey Green, 10-9. So it's 20-17 for Casey Green. Nice knee to the body for Moreno in the clinch. Tried to go upstairs and then slides all the way down to the canvas.
Back up,
Casey Green keeps slipping in these slick little uppercuts inside.
Stop. Break. Fight.
Look at the total strikes. Landed is pretty even, Joe, but thrown, Green has been much more active.
Yeah, and he's pressuring more, so the judges are looking at that as being the main factor. He's pushing and he's landing the power punches.
Stop. Break. Watch the clinch. Fight.
Seems like if Moreno's to get that knockout, it's going to come from a head kick.
Yeah, I can see a knee to the body, too. Just needs to stay away from that mid-close range, that boxing range.
That's my last warning. Fight.
Stay out of ring.
Minute and a half to go here in round three. Only one fight left here on our Super Fight Series card, and that's our main event. Lightweight Championship of the World, Sida Chai back in action, taking on Christian Baya. And there's a head kick, and it almost sent Green to the canvas.
Stop.
Moreno has 1 minute left. Let's see if he can pressure. He needs a finish here.
So a light at the end of the tunnel right now for Omar Moreno.
Stop.
Under a minute to go.
Fight.
And now Green looking fatigued as he ate an uppercut. Left hand just slips across the chin.
Green keeps throwing back, doesn't seem to be hurt.
Oof. And now it's Green who's putting his hands down a little bit. It's been a fantastic performance so far for Green, but it may be slipping away here with 30 seconds to go.
He just ate a knee and a right hand.
And a left foot right down the chute. Green's ready to go.
There's 15 seconds left.
Neutral corner. Neutral corner.
It's going to be a mandatory 8 count.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop to me.
And I think Moreno's going to run out of time here. Here we go. Let's see if he can put him away. Oh, and a big kick to the face. Is that a knockdown? Are they going to call it a push? They're not calling. Yes, they are calling it a knockdown.
4.
That is a huge moment in this fight.
6.
That would mean
7,
an extra round.
8. Come here. Come here. Let's go. Fight.
So that's
Stop.
the end of the fight. We'll see what the judges have scored here, but we could have an extra round. And what a final stanza for Omar Moreno. Back from death, basically, in this match.
Yeah, I'm not sure why the ref called that knockdown, because Moreno could have kept going and actually got the TKO finish. But instead now, with 2 knockdowns, that could be an extra round.
Let's see the first knockdown.
I'm not sure if the ropes kept Casey Green up, but he ate a knee and then that right hook.
And watch the straight shot right there. And I hate reiterating this because it makes me or the referee one sound or look stupid. There are no standing 8 counts in Glory. There are mandatory 8 counts.
That could have easily changed the fight because Moreno could have kept going forward and got the finish.
The only time a referee is supposed to give you an 8 count if you don't go down, it's if the ropes keep you up. And clearly that was not the case there. But let's not diverge from what we just saw from Omar Moreno. Talk about closing the show there, but the show may not be over.
Nope, we might have an extra round. We'll find out soon.
When we return, the official decision from an outstanding bout between Casey Green and Omar Moreno. We're back here in Chicago. High drama between Casey Green and Omar Moreno.
And Moreno looked really good starting off with that left high kick. We thought it was going to be a good night for Moreno, but until Casey Green caught him with that nice straight right, perfectly timed, and that really changed the pace of the fight. In round 2, a lot of back and forth action still. Casey Green trying to land his power punches. Omar Moreno looking more for his kicks and his knees than his boxing. Again, going back to the high kick. His glove touched. But Casey Green stayed tough. There was not much time left. And in 10 seconds, Omar Moreno was able to get 2 knockdowns that could easily change the outcome of this fight. But good, hard finish for Omar Moreno.
Was it enough? Has anyone ever come back from a 2017 deficit to win a fight in Glory? I'm not sure about that, but we're about to find out as we go to the judges' scorecards.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of kickboxing, we go to the judges' scorecard. Here now are the totals. All 5 of our ringside judges scored about the same, 27-27, and ruling a draw. But according to Glory rules, we go 1 more round.
We're going to do 1 more round, and this Chicago crowd got swerved, as we say it. Tim Hughes loves to deliver that line, doesn't he?
Yeah, he loves it, and you should see everyone in this arena loving it too. People are standing up, giving standing ovations for the extra round. It's what made kickboxing so exciting. I love these extra rounds.
Let's see that miraculous comeback 1 more time, Joe.
Yeah, out of nowhere we saw Moreno knew he had to push the pace, started really coming with good action, and he just knew he had to push the pace, and he was able to get 2 knockdowns in literally the last 15 seconds of the fight. Good uppercut, good mixing of angles, and he just seems so fresh in that 3rd round. So let's see if he can carry this momentum into round 4.
So it's 3 minutes. Carpe diem. Omar Moreno looking to improve to 2-0 in Glory. Casey Green trying to get back on the winning track in his 9th Glory appearance. Who do you give the edge to here, Joe?
Well, it looked like Moreno was fresh. He's got a lot of momentum and confidence going into this round. But let's see what Casey Green's going to do. He's going to try to land that straight right in his power punches.
Another high kick for Moreno. I'll tell you one thing, Omar Moreno's grandparents, who are here watching him for the first time ever as a pro up from Mexico, are proud of their grandson tonight. What heart he's shown.
Yeah, good comeback. And
whoa, that right hand stunned Green. He's wobbling backwards. Moreno looking for his 3rd knockdown of Casey Green tonight.
He needs to be careful with his hands. Casey Green's looking for counter punches.
Don't get too cocky, Moreno.
Front kick from the outside. I like that Moreno's mixing up levels with his kicks now. Going inside, and he's trying to work the head kick off of it.
Knee connects for Moreno.
Yeah, as Casey Green suspects a round kick, the knee comes right up the middle.
Moreno looks extremely fresh considering he's been through 3 very physical rounds. Got to feel a little bit for Casey Green. The night started so well for him and then just deteriorated in a hurry there the last 30 seconds of round 3. But we saw earlier, Moreno tends to drop his hands at the wrong time and can get caught by Green.
Those knees are just missing for Moreno.
No sweeps. Last one. Good.
Referee warning for no sweeps. Not Muay Thai, you can't dump. Casey Green needs to let his hands fly a little bit. He's waving and he's trying to throw the single.
Nice little 1-2 there for Green. 45 seconds to go. This round clearly going to Moreno thus far.
Moreno's trying to hit some points and move. Make Casey come to him.
Were you ever in an extra round fight, Joe?
No, never got to go.
I know your favorite extra round fight, Ernesto Hoost and Andy Hu.
A double extra.
Double extra. Left hand there. They're exchanging. 10 seconds to go. Green's got to find something here.
Good straight left from Moreno. Casey returning with his right hand.
Green, a couple of nice shots with the right hand, and that will do it. Who won round 4? Whoever it is wins the fight. Green or Moreno. Nice round of applause from this crowd here in Chicago. It's been the best fight of 2018 so far for Glory, I can tell you that. There's only been a couple, this being our first event, but this should hold up for a while.
Yeah, I totally agree. A lot of good action. Both talented welterweights, up and coming. So bright future regardless for both guys.
The decision when we return to Chicago. Saturday, March 3rd, we slam into Rotterdam for Glory 51 Super Fight Series. It's a stone-cold crowd pleaser as top welterweights Cedric Doumbé and Alim Nabiev battle for a shot against champion Myrtle Grunhart. The lightweights go all in as Tijani Beztati faces Josh Johnson. And furious featherweight action with Massaro Glunder facing Leo Pinto. Glory 51 Super Fight Series. Check date and time in your area. Don't miss it. Welcome back to the UIC Pavilion here in Chicago, and what a fight it was between Omar Moreno and Casey Green. Strikes by round. Yes, we had 4 of them, and it was Moreno who closed strong.
Yeah, it was that strong finish from Moreno that seemed to be the biggest difference, and a lot of it came from his kicks. He threw that left kick over and over again, a lot of them to the head, started mixing them up a little bit, but Casey Green did a lot of good damage with his punches as well.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecard. All 5 of our ringside judges are in agreement and scored that sudden victory round 10-9 for your winner, Omar Moreno.
He's only 22 years old, Joe, and this probably was his most satisfying victory ever, considering the stage and the crowd.
Yeah, to come back like that in front of his hometown, it's got to be a beautiful moment for him.
Whitney Miller speaking now with Omar.
Omar, congratulations. That was a fun fight to watch. You win an extra round. What was your mindset going into that extra round?
I know I had conditioning for an extra round. That's what I would train in the gym. Like, I also fight Muay Thai, that's 5 rounds, so I could do another one.
There was a lot of back and forth in this fight. Yeah. Were you ever hurt or worried at any point?
Oh, hell yeah. The first knockdown for me, that hurt me, but it didn't empty my mind to do what I had to do.
And your grandparents are here for the first time to watch you fight. What is your message to them?
I love you all, man. And I also want to dedicate this fight to my cousin Juanito. He passed away last week, so this is for you, brother. I love you.
Chicago, give it up one more time for Omar Moreno.
Omar Moreno, loving life right now, winning in front of his hometown crowd in just his second Glory appearance. Joe, I can't wait to see him fight again.
Yeah, he really wants to showcase that high-level technical fighting, and he had to get into a little bit more of a scrappier fight today, but nonetheless, very technical, very talented, and showed a lot of good heart and a lot of good promise.
So Moreno improves to 27-7 overall, 2-0 in Glory. And there's Grandma right there. We didn't have we had 3 knockdowns in that fight. We've already had 1 knockout tonight. And the most Glory knockouts all time through 50 events. Myrtle Grunhart, Nikki Holskin, Rico, Saki, and Andy Risti all tied with 6.
Yeah, very good, talented fighters. The Dutch dominating again in these divisions. But we get to see Dustin Jacoby and Josh Johnson there as well.
Let's take a look now at the 4th biggest moment in Glory history.
We're at number 4 in Glory's Top 50 Moments with Glory's debut on American soil at Glory 9 New York and the light heavyweight tournament. In the first round, hot favorite Tyrone Spong met Dutchman Michael the Dream Crusher Dute. And what followed was described by one news site as the apocalypse in 30 seconds. First, Dute shocked the world as he floored Spong with a vicious straight right 5 seconds into the fight.
Michael Duke floors Tyrone Spong.
Big right hand by Duke.
Eager to finish what he started, Duke charged forward. And then, still only 20 seconds into the fight, Spong unleashed the mother of all bombs and put Duke's head on backwards.
Through from Duke. Oh, big shot from Tyrone Spong. Floors Michael Duke.
Michael Duke is in big trouble here. His eyes are crossed. This fight's over.
He's not getting up.
Spong went on to win the tournament, but it's this one perfect punch that will always be remembered.
I've watched that moment so many times. What a fight that was.
I know, that was crazy because I fought that night and that was just before me and I thought I had more time, but Michael Dute and Tyrone Spong had different plans for me, so great fight.
2 knockdowns there in about 30 seconds. We saw that tonight from Omar Moreno, who had 2 knockdowns of Casey Green in the final seconds of round 3 in his victory. All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more fight to go, and what a fight it is. It's our main event. Sidichai is back, putting his lightweight championship on the line against Christian Baya. Date and time in your area. Don't miss it.
I challenge all fighters who think they have something to tell between these ropes.
Area. Don't miss it.
We're back to the UIC Pavilion.
We're into the top 3 and the return of everyone's favorite Dream Crusher Michael Dute in a Glory 36 collision fight with Daniel Ilunga. Both men had had a bumpy ride in the light heavyweight division. Now, on the biggest fight night of the year, they saw their chance for a shot at glory. This wasn't Rocky versus Apollo. This was Rocky versus Rocky. Back and forth for 3 rounds plus a decider. These two warriors stood toe-to-toe and shared knockdowns.
This could go either way.
Oh, keeps coming back.
And no, Luga's down.
The crowd was on its feet as in the last seconds of the fight, Duke leveled Ilunga for the third and final time, winning the fight, winning the crowd, and winning the coveted Fight of the Year award.
The Glory lightweight title is on the line.
It's Sidichai's southpaw that gives a lot of people trouble. He's very good at managing distance, keeping space, and launching that left kick.
No one has worked harder to capture a Glory title than Sidichai.
Chris Baya himself is a very technical fighter.
Baya is ready to go and extremely dangerous.
Belt, CDT, I'm coming for you next year.
His 60% career knockout ratio ranks high among the world's lightweights. Please welcome Christian Baya.
Bad news, Christian Baya fighting out of Angola by way of Amsterdam, training and fighting out of Mike's gym. And Big Mike told us the first time we saw Christian Baya, this guy's special.
Yeah, and it's that power he has, and you're going to see him really use that counter left hook, which I think is going to be his best shot at winning this world title. So look for him to really try to pressure Sidichai and unload in the corner with his power punching.
His Glory winning streak dates back more than 2 years, and he comes tonight to make the third defense of the lightweight belt. Sidichai Sitsongpeenong.
He has become the blueprint for any Muay Thai fighter trying to switch to kickboxing. He's mastered the craft and has all of a sudden become one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in all of Glory, making his third title defense tonight. You're looking at the lightweight champion of the world.
Yeah, and he's so dominant when he fights, and he really controls the fight, and that's what makes him very difficult. He's going to kick you on the outside, punish you on the inside. But it's really interesting because ask him about this fight. This is his first time fighting in the U.S., and there's a little bit of nerves. Even after over 150 professional fights, you still have that little bit of nerves in him.
Sidichai told us, I know I'm in the prime of my career. I'm not going to get any better than I am right now. I feel invincible. It's our tale of the tape. For the lightweight championship of the world, the champion Sidichai, 26 years old, but it's Baya who has a 2-inch height advantage and a 4.5-inch reach edge.
And it's Sidichai with a huge professional experience advantage with 153 fights. Chris Baya with 66 and a very good win and knockout percentage, so look for that power punching. Taking a look at the fight metrics, Sidichai with more time, average fight time, seeming that he's fought for the World Championship many times. Power punches landing, I think, is going to be the difference with Chris Baya trying, where strike accuracy, very close, but still an edge to Baya.
Here are our championship rules. We're going to go 5 rounds, 3 minutes each. Punches, kicks, and knees are the legal strikes. 3 knockdowns in a round or 4 in the fight will result in a TKO.
Tonight in Chicago, 5 judges will be scoring the bout using the 10-point must system. Scoring is based on knockdowns, damage, clean scoring strikes with an emphasis on spectacular techniques. Finally, if there's no clear advantage, judges are looking for aggression.
Open scoring tonight. We got 5 judges that are going to score the fight. It's a 10-point must system. As we've done all night, we'll show you the judges' official scores after each and every round.
Here's some of my keys to victories, keys to glory for both guys. For Sidichai, he's got to control the range and the pace of that fight. He's got to keep throwing that left kick and look to land his knees on the inside and in the clinch, where Baya has to pressure. He's got to look to counter. He has to have an answer for that left kick and look to land that power when he has his opportunity.
This is your headline super fight of the evening. 5 rounds for the lightweight championship of the world between a young Angolan upstart with uncanny knockout power and a seemingly untouchable champion with over 150 career battles. This bout is sanctioned by the Illinois State Athletic Commission, and at the bell, your referee is Michael Bell. From Chicago to Shenzhen, Glory kickboxing fans are watching around the world. It's time for Glory! Let's meet the challenger. He is a contender tournament champion who brings a professional record of 60 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw, and 35 career knockouts into the ring with him. He is undefeated in 4 prior Glory appearances. He stands 5 feet 10 and a half inches, 1.79 meters, and he weighed in at 153 and 1/2 pounds, 69.8 kilos. Fighting tonight out of Angola, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Christian Bad News Baya. His opponent, fighting out of the white corner, defended the belt at Glory 39 in Brussels and brings a 5-fight Glory winning streak with him. His professional record impressive: 118 career victories, 30 losses, 5 bouts scored even, and 32 knockouts. At 5 feet 8 and 1/2 inches, 1.74 meters, he weighed in at fight time at an even 153 pounds, 69.5 kilos. He comes to Chicago from the Buriram province of Thailand and is the reigning and defending Glory lightweight champion of the world, the Killer Kid, Sidichai Sitsongpeenong. Once again, your referee in charge of this bout is Michael Bell.
Gentlemen, Christian! 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 All right, guys, you got your instructions backstage. Defend yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. When I tell you to stop, you stop all your offensive actions. Touch gloves and be ready. Let's select the both of you.
Can Christian Baya turn the lightweight division on its head? Or will it be operations as usual for Sidichai, who's been untouchable for the past 2.5 years?
First round, you ready? You ready? Fight.
The lightweight championship is on the line. Baya in the black gloves, Sidichai wearing white.
It's going to be very interesting and very intrigued by this fight, because Chris Baya has that style that could really shock Sidichai.
The left high kick is brutal from Sidichai. Baya already has learned that lesson 10 seconds in. There's another one.
And the key is, what is Baya going to do with that left kick? There he's trying to pressure with his hands, is what he has to do. And I like that return with his right kick. Go 1-for-1 with Sidichai.
Most so-called kickboxing experts believe that if this goes the distance, Sidichai will win a points battle all night long. If Baya is to win, it's going to be by knockout. You agree?
That's on paper, yeah. But Baya's able to sustain that power for a while. He's young, trains hard, in great physical condition.
Baya said, listen, I know to beat Sidichai, I've got to pressure him. I can't let him get comfortable. He can't get into a groove.
That left kick's going to just keep coming over and over again.
Sidichai last fought for Glory in 2017, was March, nearly a year ago. He felt he cleared out the division, asked permission for Glory to go fight in China. They gave him permission. He went and won 4 fights over there. Now he's back, has found a contender in Christian Baya. Let's see if he can handle this 26-year-old from Angola, nicknamed Bad News.
Baya taking a really relaxed approach. Maybe he wants to feel the power that Sidichai has before he opens up. Sidichai doing a good job at changing levels with that left kick. When he first came to Glory, Thai fighters tend to just continue to kick the arm. So Sidichai is starting to use inside low kicks, head kicks. That's how he sets up the knockout, with the left kick.
Both of these fighters with a lot of experience for being in their mid-20s. Christian Baya has 66 professional fights. Sidichai over 150. That's because he had his first professional fight at, get this, 11 years old.
Yeah, that's that Thai mentality growing up. And he fights so often.
Got into the sport because he said his dad basically made him do it to get money for the family. He hasn't stopped working since. He's become the best in the world at his craft. His parents have a new house, a new car. He still provides them with money. Takes great pride in providing for his family.
There's Sidichai trying to use his knees, but the difference what Baya's doing is he switched to southpaw, trying to give Sidichai a different look for that left kick, which I think is a good strategy.
I think some of those knees to the body from Sidichai did some damage to Baya.
Yeah, those inside knees from Sidichai, they don't need much space, but that's where that Thai pecking knee comes in and does a lot of damage in such a small range.
Worry about your fighter, right? Don't worry about me, okay? Let him know what you're doing. It's got to be immediate.
There's Big Mike giving Christian Baya some advice. What would your advice be right now for the Angolan?
Well, I feel that he felt the power now. He understands what Sidichai has. He felt it. I feel he needs to pick up the pace now. He can't rely on single punches. If he can mix some levels. I like that he's changed southpaw, but let's see how his boxing is from that position. And his defense, that's a big question too. When you switch stances, how is your defense on the other side?
You talk about defense, according to our strike metrics, Christian Baya threw 27 strikes, only landed 3. So Sidichai doing what needs to be done defensively thus far as we enter round 2.
Right now, Baya's playing the pace game. He's going 1 for 1. He's got to try to break Sidichai's rhythm.
And it's Sidichai who timed that right hand perfect. There's your total strikes. Just 3 landed so far for Baya as we await the judges' scoring for open scoring here tonight. Pretty safe to say that Sidichai won round 1. And there you have it, Sidichai, according to all 5 judges, 10-9. And a nice combination there for the tie.
Beautiful level change with that kick. I'm liking when Sidichai is going for the back leg.
Knee to the body. And now it's Sidichai who's pressing Baya.
Yeah, Baya's waiting. He needs to be first. He needs to be a little bit busier. Maybe it's his strategy. Wait the first 2 rounds and pick up the pace in 3, 4, 5. Baya's corner liking that straight right. Back to southpaw for Baya.
Joe, you've witnessed the evolution of Sidichai since coming to Glory. What has he improved on the most since you saw him?
Well, I like that he's incorporating a little bit more of his boxing. You see him not really clinching too much. And he's also doing a good job at throwing that left kick at different angles. When he fought Van Roosmalen, a lot of them were off the arm and a lot of controversy in those fights. So now he's doing a better job at hitting the leg, hitting the head, scoring better than just off the forearm.
Keep it up, keep it up.
Baya got an inside low kick to connect, but it's Sidichai who throws his strikes with so much more venom, including that knee. can hear Big Mike yelling. It's in Dutch. I'm not sure what he's saying, but it seems like he's got some urgency in his voice. Wants Baia to do more. Is perhaps Baia overwhelmed by this moment, his first title shot?
Well, I think he's just staying patient, trying to rely too much on single power punches. He's got to maybe set things up, keep Sittich busy with some jabs, and then try to slip in that rear straight. Or maybe try to slip that right hand, angle off a little bit. Baia can circle to his left, try to land his right hand. There he goes. Baia's trying to counter the kick with his punches.
It seems to me, correct me if I'm wrong, that Sittich has been a much more offensive fighter so far than he normally is.
Yeah, he's being first. I like it. Using his kicks, mixing in a few punches, and doing a good job staying defensive.
Fair blow, fair blow.
Sittich soaking it in so far. Still 3 rounds to go. But so far, it's been almost a sparring session for Sittich.
Yeah, not much action from Baia. He's landing a few good inside low kicks, but not enough to slow Sittich down. This is where those punches and combinations are going to play in Baia's favor.
We asked Sittich what the proudest moment of his professional career was, and he said it was the day I'd made enough money to buy my parents a new rice plow and a pickup truck. Imagine that, you start fighting at age 11 and it's you that starts supporting your parents.
It's a beautiful feeling to support and have a life in kickboxing like the way Sittich has.
And as far as Muay Thai fighters, Sittich being 26 years old, that's ancient. Most of these fighters don't last into their 20s.
Yeah, like you said, he started at 11 years old, so a lot of wear and tear on the body, but he looks in amazing shape today.
It's been almost too easy so far for Sittich. You're wondering, like you said, Joe, if maybe Baia's holding back, waiting to land something late. Maybe lull Sittich into a false sense of security.
Well, if he wants to win a decision, he needs to pick it up now. Otherwise, he's going to have to rely on a knockout, which is going to be difficult with Sittich.
Well, Baia told us his game plan was to pressure Sittich, but instead it's the other way around, and Baia's turning into a counterpuncher.
A powerful left kick changes the fight.
Baia in fantastic physical condition. Perhaps the best physique in all of Glory, this side of Rico Verhoeven. There's a counter punch from Baia, not much steam behind it. Only 4 landed strikes so far, according to our fight metrics.
Sittich going back to those knees. He has some good career finishes. He made his Glory debut with a beautiful KO win against David Curia with his left knee. Here Mike calling combination.
Way too pedestrian so far for Baia. He's lost the first 2 rounds, and Joe, if he loses this one, unless he's able to get a knockdown, he can't win.
Yeah, he's waiting too long. I liked when he mixed his jab. He was throwing his straight right a little bit more often.
Can't blame it all on Christian Baia. We've seen many great fighters basically neutralized by the style of Sittich.
Yeah, and it just shows how good Sittich is, that he can get a dominant fighter and make him fight this way. That's why Sittich is one of the best pound-for-pound kickboxers right now.
We saw what Sittich did to Ruben van Roosmalen, one of the greatest fighters in Glory history. Last time he lost was to Van Roosmalen. That fight was very controversial. Many felt Sittich won that fight, but did not get the decision.
They're both 1-1.
But Christian Baya has to find something somewhere. And there was a right hand that snuck in. But he's got to find something, Joe. He's down 3 rounds to nothing.
Yeah, he's just waiting too long, in my opinion, and not throwing enough in combinations.
We continue to look at some statistics from the first 49 Glory events. How about the longest title defense reign of all time? Rico Verhoeven, 1,333 days. Artem Vahitov still has the light heavyweight championship. And Sidachai, 598 days. And I think we're going to have a few more tacked on to this or that, unless something drastic changes here in our main event. We've seen some dramatic comebacks before tonight. What does Baya have to do to get one here?
A little bit more urgency. I need to see him want it more. It seems like he's too content playing the Sidachai game. Show some urgency.
Believe it or not, Sidachai, who's fought basically everywhere in the world, has never fought in the United States. It's his first appearance. And it comes tonight in Chicago, and he's getting a nice warm welcome from this American crowd. And for that matter, Baya's pretty much giving him a nice welcome too.
Stop!
Baya playing around with his stance switching again.
Fight!
Sidachai told us in the fighter meetings that he couldn't even lapse for 1 second because he respected the power Baya has so much.
Fight!
But right now we haven't seen any of that power, any of that aggression from Baya. Baby uppercut lands there.
At least it's success. At least he knows he can find that right hand. With a little bit more power, it can do something.
That may have been a low blow. Sidachai shakes it off.
Goes back to his left kick. Nice body head work from Sidachai.
The consulate from Thailand here in Chicago took Sidachai out last night. He's a hero in Thailand. He's a hero around the world. And several members from the consulate, I'm being told, here in attendance tonight, watching their hero dominate Christian Baya.
I like those leg attacks from Sidachai. Those leg kicks are going to add up. He keeps going for it.
This fight's looking similar to what we saw last year in the last appearance from Sidachai when he faced Dylan Salvador. Just kind of wore Dylan down and ended the fight with a body shot from a knee. And Baya now starting to get back into corners.
That could be a good strategy for him. Let Sidachai open his chin a bit while he's against the ropes. Play possum.
Baya answering back with a low kick. 30 seconds to go here in round 4. Scheduled for 5. The lightweight championship of the world.
Stop! Separate. Fight!
Those knees Sidachai throws on the inside, they don't look damaging, but let me tell you, they hurt.
Baya drops his hands, takes a deep breath, and Sidachai seeking a moment there.
Get your leg out. Fight!
Good body kick from Baya.
Nice hard kick.
It might have been his best strike of the fight. 1 round to go as Sidachai basically says this thing's already over. You got one more, my friend. Let's see if we can hear Big Mike.
Adem. Uit. Nog een keer adem. Uit. Ja. Goed zo. Hup. Hai. Daar zet je een klein beetje druk, dan ga je weer terug. Snap je? Ga door, trek door. Ga je rond heb je nog. Je staat achter, dat wist je wel, toch? Oké. Dus nu moet je nog van elkaar
Christian Baya fan sitting at home watching this right now. How frustrating is this?
for a guy that had so much promise and just really hasn't been able to do anything tonight.
Yeah, it is a frustrating fight for him. I thought he would be able to open up a little bit more on Sidichai, but to me, it just shows not how bad Baia is doing, but just how dominant Sidichai is. And I think that's the big story here.
Anything can happen. This is the stand-up fight game. 3 minutes to go for Christian Bad News Baia to capture lightning in a bottle. And who knows, Sidichai may be looking for a knockout in his own right here.
And Baia looks fresh, so he's got 2 minutes and 40 seconds. So let's see if he can really capture something here.
Nice high kick. And another one for Sidichai.
Baia waves him on.
Here are the judges' scores from round 4. And one judge did give it to Baia. So he had one moment. He's got one believer in him, but he needs a knockout, as you can see from the scores, to win this fight. Got caught with a left-handed Baia.
Sidichai ripping the body.
There's really no reason for Sidichai to get in there and mix it up.
What makes Sidichai so beautiful is his distance and range control. He's never in a position where he's going to get hit. His hands can be down. It's because he knows where he is. You can just slip outside of punches like he just did. And on the inside, he closes up so you can't hit him. There he closes up and hits the knees. That's why Baia can't hit him. It's his range and distance control. Sidichai's too smart to just stand there and let Baia hit him.
This is Baia's first trip to the United States as well.
Right?
His girlfriend's here. They're going to go to New York City for 6 days, spend some time there, and do the tourist thing. He was hoping to go there as a world champion, but it looks like it's not to be.
Sidichai back to the legs of Baia.
Whoa, he got caught! He got caught! Baia backed up against the ropes. Sidichai looking for the finish here.
Sidichai needs to be careful. Getting too aggressive at this time is dangerous.
This is what we want to see from a champion in glory. Close the show. Seal the deal. Sidichai showing off some boxing skills as he just ate a punch.
Yeah, he took one to give the knee. Now he's going to take a breath, move back, and get back to his fight.
Most exciting moment of the fight by far there, as Sidichai almost got a knockdown.
Stop. Separate.
Another masterclass performance from Sidichai. Certainly not the most exciting fight we've ever seen, but it's not his fault. This was the most aggressive Sidichai perhaps we've seen in a title fight. Took the fight to Baia and still dominated on every level.
I just don't see that hunger in Baia. With 10 seconds left and the title on the line, I would expect an aggressive output.
So there you have it, the Killer Kid, with maybe his best ever performance bell to bell for glory. Christian Baia not quite ready for Sidichai on this level. The official decision when we return to Chicago as Sidichai shines bright in the Windy City.
Fighter Heart and the Bad Boy. Unfinished business. It's time to settle the score.
Welcome back to the UIC Pavilion in downtown Chicago. Sitthichai Sitsongpeenong, who's only lost once in Glory, will improve to 8-1 with a dominating performance tonight against Christian Baya. Here are some highlights from this 5-rounder for the lightweight championship of the world. And Joe, I can assure you there won't be much Christian Baya in this clip.
No, it was all Sitthichai dominating with that left kick like we thought. Came inside, did some good work with his knees as well. But just that range control that I talked about of him being able to control the pace of the fight, where the fight goes, is just what makes him so tricky and so hard to hit. And that's why he can go through and fight so often, because he's so difficult. He can shut down the highest level opponents in any of his fights. You're talking about a guy in tournaments outside of Glory who beat the likes of Andy Sauer and Myrtle Boonhart in one night. So he's definitely up there for the pound-for-pound best.
Sitthichai told us he's the lion now, and Christian Baya is the lamb coming to slaughter, and that's pretty much what we saw as we go to Tim Hughes for the official decision.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after 5 championship rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. Here are the totals from our 5 ringside judges. One sees this bout 49-46. The remaining 4 all have it 50-45 for your winner by unanimous decision. And still Glory lightweight champion of the world, Sitthichai Sitsongpeenong. Here to present the belt, our managing director of sport, Mr. Cor Hemmers.
Considering it was a title fight, Joe, an easy day at the office for the champ, Sitthichai. Here's Whitney Miller.
Congratulations, Sitthichai. Beautiful performance. You seem to be more offensive this time than any other time we've seen you. Was that a part of the game plan?
เขาบอกว่าไฟท์นี้ออกอาวุธเยอะมากแล้วก็เดินเบียดเขาเราตั้งใจเดินแล้วก็ออกอาวุธหรือเปล่า
ก็ตั้งใจดูครับเพราะว่ามีแฟนมวยที่นี่มาคนไทยมาเชียร์ที่นี่เยอะแล้วก็อยากแบบให้แฟนมวยที่นี่ประทับใจแฟนมวยชาวไทยก็ขอบคุณแฟนมวยชาวไทยที่มาเชียร์และเป็นกำลังใจให้ผมนะครับผมทำป้องกันแชมป์ได้สำเร็จแล้วครับขอบคุณครับ
He said he's very pleased with his performance. There's a lot of Thai people watching, and in the fight camp, the game plan was to walk, use as much weapons as he can, and to please the Thai fans and all these fans from around the world.
Well, he certainly did. Chicago, give it up for your champion.
Joe, pound for pound, is Sitthichai the most dominant champion in Glory right now, the way he's fighting?
Well, the way he's fighting is just so dominant. We've seen it in Rico. Rico has moments, though, where we saw against Jamal Ben Sadiq where he got hurt a little bit. Maybe his first rounds aren't the best, but Sitthichai seems to dominate from 1 to 5 in all of his fights.
He's never in trouble, or so it seems. Sitthichai's reign continues, and our countdown continues for the top Glory moment of all time. Here's number 2.
Second spot in Glory's top 50 moments takes us back to Glory 16 Denver for a moment that transcends all fight sports in one glorious, gravity-defying leap. Raymond Daniels versus Francois Ombang. Round 1. In the real world, people can't do this, but Raymond Daniels did.
Oh, what a shot from Raymond Daniels! Oh my God, that was a 2-touch 360 back kick. That's high-level martial arts.
With one iconic 2-touch spinning kick, he created a martial arts masterpiece. And for that, his name will go down in history. Stay with us as we celebrate Glory's historic 50th event and reveal the number 1 Glory moment. Stay tuned.
Joe, you've been training in mixed martial arts since you were, 5 years old. How difficult is it to pull off a knockout like play number 2 we just saw.
Yeah, that was it's an amazing style, and that's what Raymond Daniels does. He's known for his spin kicks, and he has many spectacular knockouts. I think he even has a spinning heel kick knockout as well on top of that knockout. So, yeah, very talented fighter and great moment for Glory.
As we get ready for Glory 50 coming up here in a few minutes, let's look back on the Super Fight Series card. Joe, besides Sidichai, who impressed you the most?
Well, I didn't mind Omar Moreno. He looked talented. The way he showed his heart. He was a little nervous being in Chicago, different time zone, but he ended up showing heart and getting that big win at the end.
Well, coming up, we've got Rotterdam after our visit to Chicago. Badr Hari in action against Hesti Gerges. Break that battle down for us.
Well, it's a fight that happened before. Badr lost control, got a DQ. So they both want to showcase high-level kickboxing, show that they're good sportsmen, classy fighters. So I expect a good technical and aggressive fight. I don't think you can hold Badr back that much. So I expect an aggressive fight.
It's been a great ride. 49 events prior to tonight. Glory 50. You've seen the top moments so far. So as we get ready to show you the #1 moment in Glory history, we bid you good night.
With 5 years of Glory and 50 events, at long last it's time to reveal our #1 Glory moment. Glory Redemption in December 2017 brought an end to one of kickboxing's fiercest rivalries in dramatic fashion. The king of kickboxing, defending champion Rico Verhoeven, faced the only man who had ever knocked him out, massive Moroccan Jamal Ben Sadiq. The fight began months before December with a war of words that grew in intensity until there was only one thing left to do: take it inside the ring. Sadiq started strong and rattled the champion more than once. But Verhoeven dug deep and showed the class that has kept him at the top on a 15-fight winning streak. By the 5th and final round, Verhoeven had the upper hand, and as Sadiq crumbled, the champion demolished him.
Sadiq's against the ropes. Now, gloves up. Rico promised to knock out in the 5th round. Is he going to get it? Sadiq rattled. Sadiq is out on his feet. It's all over. It's all over. The king still reigns supreme.
It was everything that makes Glory great in one fight, and it's #1 in our top 50 Glory moments. Here's to 50 more as we move forward into 2018.
Saturday, March 3rd, we slam into Rotterdam for Glory 51 Super Fight Series. It's a stone-cold crowd pleaser as top welterweights Cedric Doumbé and Alim Nabiev battle for a shot against champion Myrtle Grunhart. The lightweights go all in as Tijani Beztadi faces Josh Johnson, and furious featherweight action with Massaro Glunder facing Leo Pinto. Glory 51 Super Fight Series. Check date and time in your area. Don't miss it.